Hey, Facebook friends. Hey, just wanted to reach out and share some information that I learned on Initiated Measure 25 today. I am 25. If you really have not heard about this, you've not been paying attention to anything in your life going on right now because this has been everywhere. But just wanted to reach out and give some information that I learned today because I thought a little bit differently on this measure because I thought a lot of the everything was going to the general fund and it wouldn't be getting to the appropriate stuff of where it needs to go. I'm just a person that if you're going to tax something and you say what you're going to do, put put it where it needs to go. And basically, after doing some more research on this today, I kind of think a little bit differently on this now. But I just wanted to mainly share some information with you so that you can make an educated decision when you go to vote tomorrow. People that have already voted, sorry, this is not going to help you out at all. So, just to give you the initiated measure increasing, this is off the state's website. You can go, there's a state website that I'll post to the bottom of this. And basically, that way you can go and do your own research. There's a couple other initiated measures that you can get all the information. This initiated measure 25 is on page 7 of the PDF that the link that will be provided, and you can go and look at it. But the initiated measure increasing the state tobacco tax and creating a post-secondary technical institute fund for the purposes of lowering student tuition and providing financial support to the state post-secondary technical institutions. So to give you like the Attorney General's explanation on this, this measure increases the state tax on tobacco products sold in the state. The tax on packs containing 20 cigarettes would increase $1 per pack, and 25 cigarette packs would increase $1.25 per pack. Tax on other types of tobacco products, such as cigars, roll your own, chewing tobacco, would change from the current rate of 35% of the wholesale price and would be increased to 55% of the wholesale price, which I like cigars and this is not fun, but I guess things are what they are. Um, the measure also creates a post-secondary technical institute tuition reduction and workforce training fund. So a separate fund that is away from the general fund. So it's the second separate fund, and it will be administrated by the State Board of Technical Education. So the State Board of Technical Education was just set up, I think, here a couple years ago, which is a great move, I thought. Sitting on STI board, I think this is a great thing for our post-secondary technical institutions. Um, so it's a separate board that would administer or oversee this fund that would be coming in each year to them, and then it just basically goes into the different types, the four technical institutions that are here, and then the purpose again. Under the current law, the first 30 million of tobacco tax revenue collected annually is deposited into the state general fund, and the next 5 million is deposited into the existing tobacco prevention and reduction trust fund. So right now, there's basically, I'm guessing, $35 million that comes in um, on this tax every year. So 30 million of that basically does go into the general fund, which they've more than likely got stuff allocated already that gets paid through this. And then the next 5 million goes into uh, prevention and reduction trust fund. And so that's how it currently sits for the law that is in place currently. This measure, I am 25, would require the next 20 million after those two. So we'd have 30 million, 5 million, and then 20 million be deposited into the technical institution fund created by this measure. So you're going to go 30 million, 5 million, and then 20 million would go into the technical institution fund that is overseen by the State Board of Technical Education. So a little bit different than what you've seen on some videos and some postcards that you've gotten. And I just wanted to, eh, tell you basically what I learned today on this. And then they also talk about if there's anything above pretty much above this 20 million. I did a little estimate of it's going to create about $25 million more on this new tax. So 20 million of that would be paid to the Technical Institute fund, and then anything above that, and they have on here 4.9, would go back into the general fund. So that is how big tobacco is. Talking about money goes into the general fund. There is some money that goes in the general fund, just to be clear, but it's not the way that they're talking. So just to break it down simple, $20 million into a state technical fund that is overseen by the State Board of Technical Education. So they will allocate that money where they see that it needs to go. And just a fiscal note that they have on here too is based on the previous sales tax or cigarette tax increase, a 65.4% increase in price should produce a smoking reduction of 16.4%. Based on the previous tobacco tax increase, a 57.1% tax increase is unlikely to affect demand. So they did kind of factor a little bit that, the demand difference there. I know a lot of people have talked about that too. But I mainly just wanted to share what I learned today and just educate you. I don't want to push you either way and not really share where I'm at on this, but I just mainly wanted to make you aware of what you're voting for. And if you have any questions, drop them down there. But I think by just putting this, if you go to this address that I'm going to put on here and you go to the 7th page of this PDF, it talks about the pros and cons of the initiated measure 25. And I encourage you to go read this and then also look at the other initiated measures and amendments that are basically on here. So if you have any questions, just drop them below. But thank you, and we'll talk to you soon. And actually, make sure you go vote. Tomorrow, you must vote. Talk to you later.